For some, it may have been a late night. Thank you for being present. Thank you for being with me. Let's take a few moments to just breathe and let go of whatever has been the day before. One of the things I think is really important is for us to always be in a space and place where we're letting go of where we've been and what we experienced throughout a day. To let go of all of that, all of it. Even what we assume and presume is good, being able to let it go, knowing that whatever is nurturing for our being has either already nurtured us or will remain. And it's a beautiful thing, this whole letting go, making a habit of releasing, emptying out, remembering this wonderful old proverb that the usefulness of a cup lies in its empty space. The usefulness of a cup lies in its empty space. That the best way to allow God to pour into us is to be emptied out. And sometimes that includes those things that we think we know. I have a statement I've used many, many times over the last couple of years. It's helped me on this journey. And that is that we believe a whole lot, but we actually know very little. We believe a whole lot, but we actually know very little. And so we hold on to what we believe lightly. That's the walk of faith. I was telling a friend last night, I don't have answers. I have questions. And questions lead me on a quest that allow the answers to come. Those who know that they know that they know, and they have no flexibility, are broken every time the wind blows. Krishna Jitamurti, one of my favorite quotes of his, "Blessed are the flexible, for they are not easily broken." That flexibility helps us to remain even when the wind blows. Take a lesson from the palm tree, that when a hurricane comes through, and there's gale force winds of 200 or 160 or however fast the winds get, as the wind blows, the trees that aren't uprooted are the ones who are willing to humbly lay down and let the hurricane do what it's going to do. And when the wind is gone, they stand back up. Those trees are even stronger than the oaks. You have people talk about, I'm an oak. Well, an oak is strong, there's no doubt. But in the right kind of wind, with its inability to lie down, it will break. And there's something about humility that gives you the ability to leap. Get low, get low, get low. This is very Taoist in nature, and it's Christ in nature, I must decrease so that you can increase. It's not this ethereal being out in the sky that we invite to increase. It's the authentic self that increases as we take on a sense of humility, especially as it pertains to our personality and our ego. Being able to be humble. Humble. The ocean lays low, and every stream and river seeks it out. So we could take that lesson. Good morning to all of you. Thank you, as always, for being here. We are practicing what it is to be born again. That's our theme for the month. Being What does that really mean? And I think it's being able to see with new eyes and hear with new ears. It's letting go of the conditioning and being reconditioned, recreated. Behold, I make all things new. If you make a practice of accepting and welcoming the change, then you're being born again, 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 again. And His or its mercy, her mercy, is new every morning. Every day is an opportunity to be reborn. When I found that out, man, oh man, starting over, fresh, it's a new day. Breathing in a new day and letting go of the old. Making space for more new to come. All right, let's see who else is here today. Karen, good morning. Mike, good morning, good morning, good morning. Rashida, good morning. Fred, good morning. Denise, good morning. Elle, good morning. Donna, good morning. Barbara and Jim, good morning. Rachel, good morning. My Aunt Becky, hey, good morning. John, good morning. Joanne, good morning. Sandra, good morning. Linda, good morning. JJ, good morning. Lisa, good morning. And Karen, good morning. Grand Rising. Namaskar, namaste. Amitabha, peace and grace, all the beautiful things, yes. That light that shines through you, in you, and as you in the world. And may the peace that passes our intellectual graspability guard your hearts. May we remain alert, aware, awake, but not alarmed. Alarmed means called to arms. May we just be alert, awake, and aware. Let that peace guide us. Yeah, I agree, Karen, yes. Born again in the Christ Spirit. That's already within you. You know, the way I was taught it growing up, I had to go somewhere to get it, or I had to say a particular mantra to get it. And it comes by faith that it already is. It already is. You are that Christ presence. Now, being awake to it is a plus. That's a big deal. But you already are that. Isn't that beautiful? You already are. So good. All right, so I'm drinking my tea again in my Guinness mug today. Let's see what the tea bags say. If we give happiness to others, we will always end up happy. Use your head to live with your heart. Nice. Use your head to live with your heart. I like to say be led by your heart. And in doing so, you can readjust the mind. And you'll get to the place where you don't mind the mind anymore. And you know it's a great servant, but it's a terrible master. And so you just kind of, you acknowledge that what's happening is happening. I was talking to someone yesterday about anxiety, and I said, anxiety is a real emotion. It's a real thought. It's an elevated thought that sometimes becomes a feeling. I said, but if we realize this awakening, we awaken to this reality that I am not my thoughts, I'm not my emotions, and I'm not my feelings, then you know you're the host. And I said, so you get to the place where you finally tell these feelings and these thoughts, these emotions that have been emoting, and emotions are just energy in motion, right? And so how much activity and energy do you want to give to these thoughts or feelings? And so, with anxiety, I decided that I would remove anxiety from my guest bedroom. So visualize that you live in this really swanky, cool apartment. It's really cool. You like all of the decor. It's really amazing. But you have this roommate that just grades on your nerves. And this roommate is called anxiety. And this roommate doesn't pay rent. And you wake up and your favorite ice cream that was in the freezer has been eaten and the container hasn't even been thrown away. And this roommate makes a mess. This roommate leaves his stinky shoes and socks all over the floor. This roommate eats on your favorite couch. It doesn't clean up after itself. This roommate doesn't pay rent. It doesn't help with groceries. It doesn't help with anything. This roommate's called anxiety. This roommate needs to go. And I choose to escort it to the door and say, here's the reality. In this life I live, you're going to visit occasionally. And at first when it visits, I have the tendency to invite it in. I'm walking this habit back to where I want it to be, and I have a tendency to invite it in. At first, I feed it. I give it a meal. And then as I grow stronger, I notice I stop feeding it. And then it gets to the place where I offer it coffee. And that's the most I'll do. And then the next thing you know, it starts to knock on the door. And instead of coffee, there's a cup of water. And I'm walking this back. I'm playing this out in my head to realize I don't have to live with this roommate anymore. I'm the host. I decide who lives here. I decide how much energy is given to that emotion, that thought that can become a feeling. And now I don't even let it through the threshold of the door. I'll walk to the door and answer, because every feeling and every emotion, every thought belongs in some way, but it doesn't have to live with me. So I'll answer the door. Sometimes we'll have a chat, but those chats now have moved from living with me to eating with me to having coffee with me to having a cup of water to now I won't even let you cross the threshold of the door. We can converse right here and you can stay on your side of that line. That's your power. That's your power. Now, notice that I talked about walking it back a little bit at a time. You're creating a habit, putting yourself back in charge. You are the owner of this spacesuit called your body. And this brain that's been given to you for habitating, utilizing this body. This is the house. Decide who lives there and decide who visits. I gave up the guest bedroom to confidence and strength and compassion. And love and kindness sleep with me. There's not enough room for the others. They can only visit, and I don't allow them across the threshold. And if I happen to, compassion and love and kindness and courage, they help me escort them to the door. Okay. Maybe enough of my metaphors for this morning. Is it too early? All right. If you're able to, just stretch for a minute. Feel that whole body. It feels good to stretch. Allow the breath to come in and out. Inhaling, exhaling. And let's begin with our breathing practice. we're going to take in a series of 3 breaths, in through the nose about 3 to 4 seconds, hold for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then let it go. Let's begin at the sound of the singing bowl. Begin. And I say thank you. Thank you. And our second breath together. Begin. Thank you. Thank you. And our third breath together. Begin. And so we're on this journey together. Discovering and uncovering what it is to be free, born again. Letting go of what is, or letting go of what was, for what is. Letting go of what was, for what is. I know that I'm not my past, and that the past is not real, not in this moment. I also know that the future isn't real. The only thing that's real is this present moment. And so I let go of yesterday. And I let go of concern about tomorrow. I choose to live in the present. I choose to live in the now. And I do so with gratitude and thanksgiving. thankful for this body, this flesh vehicle, the spacesuit that I wear around. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for these lungs that breathe for me without me asking. I say thank you. Thank you. This heart that beats for me without me directing it. I say thank you. Today, I do a brave thing. Without judgment, without fear, without reservation. I let go of what I think I believe. And I let go of what I know I believe, especially that one. And in doing so, I make room for truth. Because the truth will always make me free. This is the walk of faith. Ultimate trust. I choose to live in the moment. I know that the only thing that's real is right now. Right now. So I say to us, wake up, wake up, wake up. Remember where you come from. Remember what you are. What conditioning has attempted to dismember of your true self. Spirit is leading you to remember it. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Be born again, fresh, new. For behold, I make all things new. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. A new day has dawned. A new era has begun. And so we wake up to the freedom that we are. I am awake. I am alert. I am aware. And I am unafraid. Wake up. Wake up. The invitation from freedom has gone out, and I answer the call. I am free. I am awake. And so I send love even into the dark spaces. I send compassion and kindness and generosity, grace, mercy, even into the dark corners, especially into the dark corners. I give that love because I am love. I can never run out. I am compassion. I am kindness. And therefore I can never run out. This is the gift that literally keeps on giving. I'm aware of that. And so I give it away. When anxiety knocks on the door, love and compassion and confidence answers. I send love, compassion, courage out into the world around me. Because that's who I am. And I have been born again. So I wake up to my freedom. I remind myself again today that I am not my thoughts. I am not my emotions. I am not my feelings. I am the observer. I am the host. I am the cloud. That's the sky that hosts the clouds. I am the sky that hosts the clouds, and I won't grasp them. I'll just let them move through. I am the eternal, observing the temporary. I am the eternal, observing the temporary. Let's receive another deep breath together. In through the nose about 3 to 4 seconds. Hold for about 3 to 4 seconds and then simply let it go. Begin at the sound of the singing bowl. And so it is. And so it is. Namaste, namaskar. Amitabha. Peace, grace, love, compassion, kindness, goodness, generosity, confidence, strength, all of those beautiful things. I am that I am. And so it is. And so it is. Yeah, yeah. As I mentioned yesterday, I would like for us to conclude our meditation with an affirmation each day as we, in 2021, my work for me personally is to continue to retrain my brain. It is a fact that the most familiar voice your ears hear is your own. It resonates from the inside out. Now, obviously, someone who is deaf or unable to speak, it's different. But for the majority of human beings, the voice your brain is most familiar with is your own. This is why the best way to profit in the business of life is to be the prophet of your own life. And so your ears need to hear your declarations. It actually causes new neural pathways to be developed in the brain. It's neuroscience. Rewires and refires, or refires and rewires the brain. Affirmations. And so I'm going to ask you to join me in our closing affirmation. I affirm that I am compassionate, resilient, grateful, healthy, strong, confident, prosperous, courageous, generous, peaceful, gracious, kind, intelligent, inclusive, aware, awake, and alert. I am pure presence. I am divine. I am one love. And so it is. And so it is. And this is the declaration that I make over my life. I am I'm one with you. I'm one with all of humanity, and that includes the people who don't like me. And maybe the people I don't like. Is that shocking? Someone said, wait, is there somebody you don't like? Oh, there are people that I don't get along with. But I have learned that I don't have to go along to get along. I can disagree without hatred. That's the power that we all have. Many more are waking up in this planet. Many more. And so many are going to wake up to this powerful reality of who we as a collective are. Now, let's go ahead and change our world for the better by waking up to the reality of who we are. Not by trying to make other people fit into our mold. Remember, there'll never be peace in the world until there's peace inside of you. All right? And so know this. Be aware of this. Okay. Much love to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all so much. Many blessings to you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yes. Peace and grace. Make it a great day. Why, Rachel? Because you can. Peace.